From the strange parallels involving the Charlie Kirk incident and the film Snake Eyes involving numerology and the occult, to the biggest tech giants having dinner with President Trump and trying to build something underneath the White House, to the planet Mars potentially being the true Eden as described in the Bible. All this and more in this obscure theory's Iceberg Explained. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Big news, Ultimate Deathknight is back. Yes, the ultimate one, not his awkward little brother, the regular Deathknight. And you can actually get him for free right now with the code UDKING, but only if you're a new player. Making this a perfect time to start, here's why. He literally takes all the hits for your team. His passive, Too Awesome to Die, has a 100% chance of redirecting single target damage and associated debuffs to him, making him an absolute slayer in the arena and an effective counter to champions like Rotos. 2, he heals himself just by watching enemies heal. Ultimate Deathknight heals himself by 20% of the heal whenever an enemy champion is healed. 3, he shields and heals your whole squad with Get Comfy Everyone. Get Comfy Everyone places a sizable shield buff and a 15% continuous heal on all allies for 2 turns. Number 4, he's a certified menace. Shuts down enemy legendaries with provokes, fears, and debuffs. He offers great disruption, particularly against legendary champions, through his A1 provoke and his A2's AoE decrease attack and fear debuffs. And 5, he's a raid MVP. He's useful everywhere. Ultimate Deathknight is a great champion in both PvE and PvP, capable of acting as a reliable PvE solo carry while providing a beneficial 30% defense boost in all battles. And the best part, he's a free legendary and raid that basically never happens, so don't miss this. Download raid through my link or QR code, use promo code UDKING, and claim Ultimate Deathknight before he disappears again. Trust me, you'll thank me later, and be sure to log in for 7 days to pick up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle event champions before October 30th. Thanks to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. The adultification of Pixar by AI. Darker motives? The Pixar multiverse is here. People are now able to generate high-quality Pixar trailers for their most mind-rotting ideas. They are legitimately watchable this time, and some have good plots. According to the comments, they would totally watch a longer, full-fledged movie of these concept trailers for Pixar films made with AI, like racial ones where they are straight up playing up all the stereotypes and being as controversial as possible. And this piques a lot of people's interests. I guess history repeats itself, as this is similar to America's history of depicting racial stereotypes in media like cartoons and toys, making an exaggerated character based on race for entertainment, not knowing the hidden dangers. Take for example Loot, where they make a Disney Pixar version of the 2020 George Floyd riots, or Osama, a family-friendly retelling of the 9/11 tragedy. This has led to a lot of questions for people, as they believe that somebody outside of the country is making these and they're probably not American, pointing their finger towards Russian bots, with the plan of creating racial division within the country. They also created one about an Indian kid who goes against the family and wants to be clean, and then the family starts hating on him for wanting to take a shower, based on all those dirty Indian stereotypes that have risen due to those street food videos that have gone viral. Yeah, some people have questioned where exactly these AI creations came from, their true origin, and their true motives, as many of these clips seem to be deliberately divisive, trying to create racial tension. Could these clips be boosted by AI bot farms trying to spark race wars, like the recent one that Europol just dismantled, a sim farm for hire platform that powered 49 million fake accounts? EDP445 also made a cameo in this AI multiverse as the man with a sweet tooth and an even sweeter heart in the Pixar film Cupcake. We have truly reached the end game. Would you guys watch any of these concepts if they were turned into full movies in the future?
Ow! I'm tired of this family!
Where are you going?
We're out of milk! I'm just running to the store for some milk.
Do you think Dad will find it?
I don't know, baby.
Finding milk. She's beautiful.
She sure is.
Congratulations, Mom and Dad.
But how? I mean, she's so different.
Different can be a gift.
Hey, honey. We are going to the room. Why don't you come sit in your special chair in your little corner?
Yes, ma'am. Right away.
Disney's Cuckold. Coming soon.
I can't breathe. Please, I can't breathe.
Get off him!
He can't breathe!
Mama.
One more job, Anika, then we're gone.
You always say that. All right, dear, should I click redeem now?
Ma'am, please wait 1 moment. Do not redeem!
We're almost there.
How AI thought Doritos were a deadly weapon. Minority Report coming soon. So an AI security system off the bat sounds dystopian as hell, and a Baltimore County, Maryland school made the conclusion and flagged that a kid was carrying a firearm in his hand. After the AI alerted school officials, the Baltimore police were called on him, finding that he never had a firearm at all, and what was flagged was actually a Doritos bag instead, that the teen has shoved into his pocket. All this while he was simply waiting for a ride home after football practice. I think this is the true end of privacy. As much as people think they are not being surveilled, getting mad at First Amendment auditors, you know, the IRL rage baiters that film randoms that get triggered for being recorded.
Do interviews, otherwise I would.
What are you doing?
I am trying to take some video and pictures, and people keep asking me what I'm doing. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to take pictures and video.
Of what? Okay.
I don't have the sun's not going to be up long enough for me to explain everything to you.
Store asking why they're being
not against the law. It's not against the law to be rude to ladies. No,
unfortunately. Do they have a contract?
They got a point. We are constantly being watched, whether we like it or not. This kid had 8 cop cars pull up on him and a gun pointed at him over a bag of Doritos. OmniAlert, the company of this AI surveillance system, came out and said that the system worked as intended through rapid identification. But what does that truly mean, guys? Will systems like these just flag anyone who looks suspicious and call the cops on them already, alleging that you are a dangerous person with a weapon? Will it now be guilty until proven innocent? I've seen a lot of defenders of the system in the comments saying that small mistakes like these are worth it in the long run because it may stop a potential crime in the future by playing it safe and flagging even slight suspicious behavior. But what about people's rights to not have a gun drawn on them for holding chips? By the way, this all happened in a short span. As soon as he shoved the Doritos in his pocket the wrong way, 20 minutes later, the police arrived confronting him. This also reminds me of the fact that OpenAI CEO literally came out and confirmed that the combos you have with ChatGPT are not private, and it will snitch on you if you say something deranged or suspicious, bringing us closer to a reality where AI may be used to predict crimes before they even happen.
Yes, you. Come here. Keep your hands on your head. Keep walking towards me.
You have a gun on you?
No. What?
Do you have anything blue that looks like a gun?
No.
That's what I mean. That's what it looks like right here. Looks like that.
Yeah. So basically the cameras around the system, they pick up on things that look like guns. I guess just the way you guys were eating chips, Doritos or whatever, it picked it up as a gun. That's all.
In this case, the program did what it was supposed to do.
AI is not the best.
Threat detected. Firearm. Lockdown.
Police! Hands where I can see him! On the ground, now! Let's see those hands, kid! Cuff him! Bag's clear! I got the bag!
I don't... It's just chips!
Quiet! He's holding a bag of chips! Clear the hallway! They dragged him out in cuffs!
It thought a chip bag was a pistol.
But it met the threat threshold.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Just scared.
Mars was Eden in the Bible. What if Eden, the lush paradise said to be humanity's first home, was never on Earth at all, but on ancient Mars, in a time before memory, when the red planet wasn't a frozen desert, but a living world? This theory suggests that the biblical Garden of Eden wasn't a metaphor or a myth, but a real location, a fertile Martian valley fed by rivers, rich with warm water, and the conditions for early life. Mars once had a thicker atmosphere, a magnetic shield, and a vast flowing system that carved canyons, left behind deltas, and preserved layers of clay, the kind that only forms in still, shallow water over long periods of time, leading many to conclude that this has something to do with Genesis. The book of Genesis speaks of a river that splits into 4 heads, a detail that's eerily similar to the branching outflow channels seen near the complex veins of Valles Marineris, a scar so massive it dwarfs Earth's Grand Canyon and could easily cradle all 4 rivers of Eden within its ancient walls. The timeline fits. Mars is older than Earth in terms of habitability. It likely had liquid water and possibly life long before Earth stabilized enough to hold its own. If life began there, if a civilization, primitive or advanced, once thrived in this paradise, then the expulsion from Eden wasn't caused by sin, but by catastrophe. As Mars lost its magnetic field, solar radiation stripped away the atmosphere, the surface pressure collapsed, the rivers all dried up, and the lakes evaporated. This caused the Eden to collapse. This fall would have been planetary, not symbolic, and for those who lived there, survival meant one thing: they needed to escape. That's where the theory darkens. A powerful impact like the ones that created Mars's massive craters could have ejected fragments of the Martian crust into space, carrying dormant microbes, maybe even genetic materials across the void, with those rocks then landing on Earth and seeding life on the planet, all this being the truth behind all the Eden myths across cultures. With another theory being that the Mars rover is actually looking for our past buried under the red dust, not some sort of alien life. The viral toy commercials are actually depicting a glimpse of an alternate timeline, AI toy commercials are so nostalgic that they often feel like a real commercial you may have seen in the early to mid 2000s, but from a different evil timeline, with concepts like a doom-scrolling Dana doll with her eyes all tired and dark bags from TikTok scrolling all day. The theory of AI-generated clips actually being glimpses of alternate timelines has never felt more true, as these feel like actual commercials from interdimensional cable or something. You got the MAGA family doll sit with the red hats ready to go, to the liberal barista action figure, a timeline where politics make their way into kids' entertainment. Oh wait, PragerU already is doing that too. They also got the baby daddy playset and a stressed dad action figure, also touching on current events like the Latino MAGA dad who has to be on the lookout for ICE agents. All these clips feel like something straight out of Adult Swim.
Introducing the liberal barista action figure. Comes with real coffee cup accessory and attitude to spare.
No kings, fascist pig.
Press the back button to hear catchphrases while she serves up hot takes. Liberal barista action figure.
Introducing doom-scrolling Dana, the oversized doll who just can't log off. She looks so tired, but it's kind of awesome. With real plastic noodles, a light-up phone, and those epic under-eye circles.
What are they building at the White House, and why does Apple and Meta care? The White House has announced a $300 million project to build a new ballroom, officially pitched as a space for state dinners, major events, and symbolic gatherings. It's being privately funded by tech titans like Apple, Meta, Alphabet, and Amazon, as well as defense contractors like Lockheed Martin and Palantir. On paper, it's a prestige project coordinated through the Trust for the National Mall. But for a ballroom, why now? Many suspect this isn't a ballroom at all, but rather the construction of a massive underground bunker capable of sheltering key personnel in the event of nuclear war, AI rebellion, or a societal collapse. The $300 million cost is wildly out of proportion for a mere event hall, especially one that's not even visible to the public. The location, the White House grounds, is ideal for a secure command post or a continuity of government facility. Tech donors like Palantir and Microsoft have deep ties to defense and predictive modeling, suggesting foreknowledge of future instability, leading some to conclude that they for sure know that something is definitely going to come pretty soon, and that they're making a sort of safe zone for them and their donors. Another theory thrown out there is that they're making a AI-powered data command center underneath the White House. This data center is supposed to automate the government and make it more efficient, supposedly, an idea heavily pushed by Larry Ellison, the chief technology officer of Oracle, who opened a underground cloud data center in Jerusalem in October 2021. It sits roughly 50 meters 160 feet below ground in a multi-level bunker beneath a Jerusalem tech park, and Oracle later said its second site in Israel would be 9 floors underground as well. Pair this up with Mark Zuckerberg straight up saying that he's going to invest $600 million over the next years, sitting right next to Trump during a high-level meeting, reveals how much these tech giants really need the government to work with them right now. The Charlie Kirk coincidence. There's a striking and eerie coincidence between the 1998 film Snake Eyes by Brian De Palma and the real-life assassination of Charlie Kirk that many are calling predictive programming. In the movie, a character named Charles Kirkland, played by Joel Fabiani, who was the United States Secretary of Defense, is assassinated during a public boxing match, hit right in the neck. Just names alone, this is an eerie coincidence that similar things occurred to them, but there's a few others that not a lot of people make connections to. In the beginning of the movie, we see the game day poster reading, "The Atlantic City Executioner, Executioner Tyler." Another oddity, if you know how that name is relevant to the case, which I don't think I could elaborate on. And what makes it even creepier is that the date below matches the day that Charlie passed as well, a glitch in the Matrix type of coincidence. I don't want to forget to mention that this movie is also extremely into numerology and hidden occult-like meaning, with tiny specific details left everywhere for viewers to find, with an all-seeing eye floating high up in the background in one shot, as well as mentioning the spirit of Jezebel through the Jezebel storm that occurs while the fight goes on. And when the fight is going on, a man in the background seems to receive some sort of signal before the hit takes place, a similar thing that happened during the Kirk incident that a lot of people reported on, claiming that the man closest to him seemed uneasy or expecting something to occur just moments before. Of course, this is all opinions from the viewers. In the main scene, we also hear a fast bullet sound as it hits someone, and Nicolas Cage is seen touching the left side of his neck. Noticing the blood, he turns back and sees Charles Kirkland assassinated. After the defense secretary is shot, the inside man initially pins it on a Palestinian terrorist, supposedly retaliating for the United States' defense cooperation with Israel, but that's misdirection to hide an American conspiracy to push through a faulty missile defense system. And in real life, similar type of logic for their theories and stuff was first used to find an answer on the truth behind why this actually occurred, especially on Twitter, but on the opposite side this time. Not a Palestinian motive, but you know what I mean. Download Raid through my link or QR code, use promo code UDKING, and claim Ultimate Deathknight before he disappears again. Thanks to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video.